Hey Alpha fam, welcome back to another episode of Alpha Commission. Today on Alpha Commission, of course, we're going to go over the Bitcoin chart. It's just been pretty much going sideways as we have been in a consolidation zone under that last volatility pivot that I showed you in the groups. Guys, if you're not part of the groups, please go ahead and check the link in the description of the video below. Currently on a daily basis, we are still below that volatility pivot that is continuing to fall over time. That's at 43,918. A close above there would suggest a stronger likelihood statistically of continuation to the upside in the coming days. We don't really have anything to worry about in this sideways contraction here unless we lose general continuation under 43,615, in which case we could explore the bottom of the momentum pool, just that kind of fog of war area, as low as 43,000. And should we drop out of that, we could expect perhaps a retest of the bull zone around 42,000. Now, guys, as long as we're above 42,000, we are going to be in very good shape, strong on the charts for Bitcoin. And, we could expect that this thing may just continue to push underneath the bull zone. Of course, we could try to, grab some of this lower liquidity, fill in some fair value gaps, and maybe get, an interesting next entry somewhere around the neutral point of control in that $39,000 to $38,000 area, where the move that we've just had, this impulsive move, still has its strength origins, right? So we don't really lose the move. We just kind of do a check back. Now, on a weekly basis, things look pretty much similar. But above 43 point, let's say 5, we have a little bit more wiggle room on the weekly. Things just look great. We're still in the bull zone as long as we're above 35 5. Okay, that's where things would fall apart. Completely on the daily, we might have some type of bigger issues. But on the weekly, on that kind of macro perspective, we're still in great shape on BTC. And the charts on the macro can tolerate as low as 30K, and it would really just be a range check back. Okay, that might still be an opportunity to buy. Under 30K, I don't know, we're gonna have to do some deeper analysis because things can unravel kind of quickly in this industry. Guys, if we do just take a look at some of our indications here on the daily, you can see the RSI continuing to just consolidate in that bull zone. We do see a little bit of loss of momentum on the MACD, and then we have, officially pinched close this expansion on our daily volatility, and so that does suggest that a contraction is statistically likely to be next. Now, what would a volatility contraction look like? Well, volatility is direction neutral, so we could actually contract to the upside, and then perhaps, after topping out at one of these key levels, whether that's, back to this 45 or whether it's 48,000 or so, we could end up expanding to the downside from there. So we are going to have to measure that next week. Next week, we do have a lot of news. There will be the CPI data, which is the US inflation data that comes out on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we will have the PPI data, which is also a measure of inflation. And then also on Wednesday, the Federal Reserve will make a decision about interest rates. Now, guys, I don't really think that they're going to rock the boat too much, but any major change in their dot plot, the thing you want to pay attention to is their dot plot. If their dot plot suggests that they may have to increase interest rates down the line, that could rattle markets. If it suggests that they need to cut rates sooner than expected, that could also rattle markets. The former, because it implies greater inflation than expected, and the latter, because it could signal indications of a recession. And both of those things aren't great for traders. Really, business loves stability. So as long as nothing really changes, I would expect the push upward in the charts to continue. All right, guys, just going to keep it short and sweet this episode. Last episode, I did go over some of the technicals of my alpha momentum pool strategy. I know that's a lot to get into, but some people may appreciate it. It's a little bit wonky, but just wanted to show you what goes inside of that. All right, guys, that's your alpha for the day. Stay safe and happy trading.